Right, number 7, Project Bandit mudguard thing, and got the left hand side done last night. Now I've got to do the same for the right hand side, simple as that. So spin the bike round, face the other way, so I've got some space. Going to get in the side stand so that that area is exposed a bit more. It's a bit different tonight because the side mount is on that side, so I can't come back quite as far, but I've got a cunning plan with the curling of the rods that are going to go over to mount to it. In the meantime, I've got to cut it, grind the crap off it, and drill the holes in it so it can be mounted and stuff. So stick around, stay tuned. Number 7, 2 hours. Okay, task tonight's a little bit different. Not encumbered by a chain running along here, and the 2 lugs are there and there. Just cable tying the brake pipe to that for now, but I should get rid of that in a different way afterwards. But for now, it's those 2 strong lugs there, and also, rather fortuitously, you see it in the light, I have that bolt right there, which is holding on this, which is the big beefy mount for this, bolted straight through the billet. So that is strong enough to pick the bike up by. So that gives me a 3rd mount in there to come off. It's a little bit lower, I can deal with that. It's a little bit of a tab on it. And then you've got these 2. So that's all it is. Going to take this out of the way and then clear those off, measure them up, start cutting the sheet. Right, first a little bit of shape. The other jigsaw. This is just literally so it goes down behind the side mount, because at the moment the side mount sits at, where are you? There you are. The side mount sits at that sort of angle, so the top corner of this is butting against it, so I can push that as far forward as possible. It needs to be the same profile as the side mount, which is approximately like that. So let's nip that off. Do you know that doesn't even leave a rough edge? That out. Gotta love the jigsaw. No sparks, no fuss. Lovely. Right. Right, jolly hitting stick. Now the beauty of that is, as well, got this fold on the inside for extra strength, and this, of course, on top. Now, yesterday, with the chain guard of doom, I folded them out to make it wider. So I actually hammered that flat. But where we are here today, look how close that is to the tyre. So if anything, you don't want that any wider than it is, but also you don't want it facing up like this because it looks shit. That just looks rubbish. So what I'm going to do instead is hammer that flat back this way, double up the thickness here, and that will make the top just a little bit thicker and a little bit tougher as well, make it look neat. So the next thing is hammer that back down. Should bolt this down really, shouldn't I? I mean to bolt this to the floor for a long time. Little anvil made just out of 1/2 inch plate a long time ago. Made it as a ground anchor, but it's a brilliant little anvil. Weighs about 2 kilos. And now I'm just going to trim off the excess. So I'm just going to mark up about there. Right, there we are. Doesn't need to. I don't need to go any further forward than that. Right. Okay, that's now just a little extender because it's not quite long enough, and it's also, it needs spacing that way to flush up. So I'm just going to weld that across there when it's cooled off. Right, that's got me a rounded shape on all the corners. Rounded everything off so nothing catches. There's no holes drilled yet, and that's got me a tab down there, which is going to be better because at the moment the bolt was just coming off this edge. Oh well, you'll see. You know what I mean? Right, so I've got to drill that there, there, and there for the 3 mount points, and I'm going to weld a washer in the inside of that one, because there's 2 pieces of metal and that washer will spread the weight, and I'll tack it on as well. So. There we are. Right in the middle, 1 strike. the bike. That's it. Now that's chunky enough, I reckon, to hold that much up. Yes. There we go. So I'll do, once that's in situ, I'll bring the rods from there over the top, curl them over the top, down onto that, and the next one, so there'll be a couple of
Right, it's the final clean up.
Right, that's enough of that noise, fuss and dust. Now, that's sum total of 2 nights faffing about. Now that's both sides catered for. All I've got to do now is bolt them on nice and firm, and then run as short a pieces of rod as I can from the mudguard to them. Shorter pieces of rod, the less it's going to waggle about. Obviously, less flex, less distance for it to move, etc. So, going to do curved rods to pick up the curvature of the wheel and all that stuff. Cutting holes in these, they're too thin a sheet. The problem with that is just going to make them weaker and weaker, and they're bad enough as it is. I still yet may have to take them off, weld up cracks, and then reinforce it as time goes on. But that's all part of the fun with the rat bikes. You know, you're always repairing and fixing and moving on. But there you go. 2 nights faffing around, and that's been number 7. Right. Tonight's Saturday night. This is the 7th one in a row. I don't normally do these once every day, but it's been fantastic fun. I've managed to whack on a huge heap. This would have been 2-3 weeks at the normal rate with work, but I've had just fortuitous shifts this week so I can do it. But it's Saturday night now, and it's 7 o'clock, and Penny Pit Stop deserves a nice evening, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to put this on the computer, get it up later on sometime this evening, and enjoy a little bit of downtime. Okay, take it easy. Thank you for your fantastic support. It is amazing, it is inspiring, and it's making it go all the quicker. Goodness knows what it's going to look like when it's done, but I think it's going to look okay. Take it easy, ride safe. See you next time.